So today I'm going to be doing my nails with products from my stash from Shein.
This is the intro to Long Hair Pretty Nail Show, yeah.
Yes, I have a lot of Shein products. Y'all know I do tons of Shein hauls, and some of the products didn't come in time for the videos for my hauls, so you guys haven't seen them, or I just haven't used them yet, and we're gonna use them today. So this is a gel polish set that I purchased for my last Shein video. It didn't make it into the video because the video was already long enough, so we're gonna swatch these. I'm kind of excited about these. I kind of wish I would have swatched them, but we're gonna swatch these. But first, I want to give a big thank you to Halara for sponsoring this portion of the video. And yes, I do have on a Halara outfit. Let me show you. The pieces I'm wearing today are the high-waisted striped wide leg jeans and the rib knit square bodysuit. These have got to be the most comfortable jeans I own. They are soft, breathable, and lightweight. They feel like leggings, but better. And I just love the stretch on these. The waistband is super, super comfortable. As you can see, it's nice and thick. I just love how comfortable the fabric is. And look at that four-way stretch at work. Okay, I can do my squats. So I paired it with the rib knit bodysuit, which is also very comfy, stretchy, and the fabric is so buttery. And y'all know I always gotta have a bag to match, but I just love a nice casual comfortable outfit. So I'm 5'3" and I got the regular length. I probably should have got petite because they are pretty long, but I don't know, I kind of like that baggy look though. Halara carries a wide range of styles from athleisure to casual wear. Go ahead and check out the website, and if you see something you like, make sure to use my coupon code for 20% off full price items. Link will be in the description box. So this is the first set of gel polishes. It is from the brand Jello. I don't know how to say that, y'all. So anyway, this was a 5-piece gel, 6-piece. It's a 6-piece gel polish set. And at the time, I paid $10.76. That was back in April. I don't know how much it costs now or even if it's available. I'll try to find the links to it. But this is the set. All right, at the bottom, little peekaboo hole here, we can see the colors. It looks like they're just numbered. So this brand, their bottles be really nice. Like, I love the shape of this bottle. Cute. It kind of reminds me of my Christian Louboutin nail polish. They're so tall. Oh my God, look. Look how tall this is. Wow. All right, so this is this is what the polish looks like. The top be so long. So yes, I was actually cleaning up my nail area and I was like, did I even swatch these on camera? We got a whole gel polish set here. So yeah, I need to see what they look like as well. So before I open them up, I am going to roll them in my hand, give them a little shake. They've been sitting for a few months, so. And yes, I do this with all of the gel polish. A lot of people like to tell me, shake the bottle. Y'all, I shake the bottle, but I'm not gonna show y'all every time I shake the bottle because y'all gonna skip that part of the video. It's boring. All right, so this is the first polish, number 1. I guess I could do a little translation. Let's see what it says. My Google Translate says, macaron thread glue, 01. Okay, and oh, wait a minute. That's cute. That is real cute. Oh, that has a great shimmer to it. Oh, I like this brush too. Oh, wow. This is cute. All right, that is what it's looking like. I wonder, that's probably the same. Okay, you can kind of see a better, oh. I love how everything coordinates. Oh my God, that is cute. Okay, so that's what it looks like on the lighter background. Let me just show y'all. Okay, so that is what it looks like on this background. I'm curious to see if like you can, will it self-level? Like, can you swirl in it? It might not stay. Now it's starting to, I was just saying if you could. I know some of the thicker polishes you could do this with. Okay, I mean, I guess you could if you wanted to. And I guess cure it before it starts to self-level, but all right, you know, you can do some type of texture in it. But oh, kind of matching the vibe of my palette here. Okay. All right, so this is the next one. Number 2. I wonder if it's the same little blurb. Let's see. just for giggles. Yep, macaron thread glue 2. I wish I knew what the actual translation was. You know, I'm sure it's probably getting lost in translation. Thread glue, what is that? And I feel like I probably rolled a bunch of air bubbles. Oh God, look at that lint. Nah, we're starting over. Ain't no lint about to take me out, okay? But yeah, I felt like I introduced a few air bubbles as I was rolling these. Probably didn't give them time to settle, but I'm just showing you guys what the colors look like. And oh my God, I am in heaven. This is everything I love. I love the pastel colors and I love the pearl essence. Is that more lint? Come on now. Come on, man. Okay, let's fix this. All right, so that is number 2. All right, and next we have number 3. Cute. All right, cute. And the next one is 04. Okay, I'm liking the finish on this polish. The Pro Essence is really showing through. No, it's showing up on camera. Y'all can see it. But yeah, this one's nice. I like that the formula is not too thick, not too thin, just right. All right, so that is number 4. Next we have 05. Ooh, a pearlescent yellow. Oh my God. I didn't know I needed this in my life. Oh, that is beautiful. Number 5. And the last color in this set is number 6. Okay, we got us a little lilac. Oh, I'm just really loving the finish on this though. I love the pearlescent effect. I don't know why this didn't make it into my last Shein haul. Well, yes, I do know. Like I said, it was getting very long. And I don't like to make the videos too long, even though my videos are long. But I'm glad I got to save this collection for this video because now she gets the attention that she deserves. And here are all the colors side by side. I did end up doing a second coat on top just so we can see what it looks like with 2 coats. And this doesn't have a tacky layer. I'm kind of liking the polishes that don't have a tacky layer, even though you're gonna put a top coat on anyway. I just don't like all the stickiness. But anyway, these are cute. They remind me a little Easter eggs. So here's the next set of polishes. Well, these are like metal polishes. Metal, what's the word I'm thinking of? So they're calling it metal smudge nail polish adhesive. And then when I click on it, they don't have it on here no more. But I paid $3.07. But yeah, I think these are like those metal alcohol inks. So I can't believe I did the first half of this video without my lip gloss on, like. But we back. Let us see. Okay, oh, that's pretty. All right, let's get these open. But yeah, I wanted this set because it came with all of the metal finishes. So we got the gold, silver, what is that? Okay, no, this is bronze. Okay. Or I guess rose gold or whatever, but it looks bronze to me. So we got the bronze, we got the silver, this is the gold, and I think this is the rose gold. Ooh, exciting. So here is number 1, and that is the bronze color. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Oh God, they stink. They stink. Oh my God, they stink really bad. All right, but with these, you can do little swirly designs, and then it kind of dries out. Let's see if we can do like. I love the fine brush on these. It's giving abstract. Okay, you actually, I'm sure it'll look good on a matte, but you can use these on glossy, it looks like. Ooh. I'm just just playing. Oh my God. I can't even describe what this smells like. It's like very overpowering though. Number 2 is silver. I'm guessing you should probably shake these before each use. Watery mixture. You know, this is for our accents. Our accent lines. I feel like you can't even see the silver one. Okay, let's do that. They're shiny though, and they seem to dry really quickly. You know, I'm just playing around. But yeah, let's see. Okay, yeah, they dry down. No smudge. And then we have number 3, which is our gold color. Don't really look like, let's shake it up. Okay, you can see more of the gold now with the bubbles. And okay. So when I want gold accents without glitter, then this would be an option. Look at that. It reminds me of one of those like gold markers. I forget what they're called. The little paint markers where you like shake them up and then you can draw on them. It's the same finish, metallic marker of some sort. And the last alcohol ink in this set is the rose gold. But, ooh, I'm loving this finish. Y'all know I love the abstract swoops. So, oh yeah, I feel like on a dark background, these will pop really well, or just a solid background. Sometimes with the clear, you can't really see what's going on. Oh, but yeah, I don't really like the smell of those. I don't know, they kind of smell like chemical feet. I don't know how to explain it. But here are the colors and finishes side by side. We'll put it on this background. Well, it kind of blends in. Let's put it on green. Okay, y'all can see what's going on. That's what that's looking like. So I'm not sure if I showed these in one of my previous Shein hauls, but I got some of these dual forms. That's like the razor shape, kind of like what I tried before. That took like 10 hours to file. So now I stumbled across the shapes. But yeah, this is the shape. I mean, of course, they're not as long as the ones that I did before, but I was interested in these. So I'm like, okay, we can have us a little razor edge, an edge shape to it. I want to try these out, and yeah. So I do need to pick out my sizes, and typically I size up. So like if I'm a 1 normally, which seems like, I don't know, these seem like they may be a little different. They are a little big. But it's like you want that extra space. You don't want to go like exactly your size, but this seems a little tight. So I'm gonna go 1 size up to the 1. I think that should be enough room for product and everything. Oh, and y'all see my nails are still holding up. Well, I lost a piece of my butterfly, but these were from the nails I did last week. If you didn't check out that video, I will put it up somewhere around here. But yeah, these were the Beatles nails, and they are still on, even with the peel-off base coat. They ain't going nowhere. All right, so I do need to do a little bit of prep. Left hand hasn't been done in a while. Let's go ahead, push these cuticles back. Let's turn this down a bit. Work it about an 8. And since I'm working with my right hand today, we're gonna keep it in the forward position. Just gonna get up this cuticle crust. But yeah, just making sure to get all of this up. Even though I use a peel-off base coat, I still want my nails to last until I decide to take them off. So after that, I'm just gonna take a sanding band and just take the shine away from the nail. All right, once we got all of the finger prep, I normally do this first, but we're gonna go ahead and trim the free edge. I normally do this first, but it don't matter. But I just like to clip these as short as possible. I'm not growing out my nails, so I don't really care. And then just taking my hand file and just further filing down. Want this free edge as short as possible. All right, so next I'm gonna go in with the Jello Peel Off Base, and I'm just gonna put a good coat of this on. Usually one coat works pretty well for me. You just gotta make sure you have enough of your coat on for it to actually, you know, be able to work when it's time to take them off. All right, so it's all cured. And then I like to wipe off the tacky layer with some alcohol. People always ask me about that. It's like, I don't know if this is what you're supposed to do, but it works for me. And I think whatever I put on top of the base coat has a better chance of like holding on to the peel off base coat without the tacky layer. I don't know. It works for me. My nails last like a long time with the peel off base coat until I use the 1 Kill gel remover drops to take them off. So it's working for me. Got all my sizes picked out, and we're gonna be using the new patty gel today. And then of course the brush and spatula tool. All right, so now taking my alcohol, I'm just gonna put this in my damping dish. So let me just kind of gauge where I'm gonna put this. I'm taking it all the way down. I mean, you have to for the shape to make sense, right? So taking a good amount, and we're gonna put it inside the form. Wetting my brush a little bit and then dapping it on the paper towel so it's not just drenching wet. And then we're just gonna guide the patty gel inside of this form. As you can see, it's a lot of depth to this form, so we have to make sure we're getting it all the way in. Checking the underside to make sure I am getting it all the way down. Let's make sure. I may have to take some out. Wasn't sure how much I needed, but I just want to make sure I have enough to get all the way out. No, this is actually going to be a perfect amount. So yeah, these forms are very deep. So you got to make sure you have enough gel to really get into the crevice. But I don't want it too thick. So we're just gonna like slice it. Keeping it concave. Okay, I think we are getting somewhere. That is what it's looking like from the front, and already I'm seeing I got a little bit of air bubble-ish. So I definitely want to work that out. The tricky part with the dual forms is that you just want to make sure you aren't using too much product, but you need enough, otherwise the nails are going to be a little too weak. So trying my best to not touch the patty gel. The patty gel is HEMA free, but you still don't want it, you know, to just be handling it with your bare skin. I like to do the cuticles obviously thinner, so I'm just gonna push the product up a little bit. Not too much though. Not too much. And then I'm trying to see if I need to take anything out. Y'all gotta excuse me, this is my first time working with these shapes. I just want to make sure it's gonna be all right, because I don't want to have to redo this. But yeah, and also just making sure that you have enough product on the side. All right, and then I just want to make sure we have enough product on the tip, because that is the whole point of using this form. So really just guiding it so we have our razor edge shape. I'm gonna kind of like pat this. I don't don't know if you guys can see that, but I don't want it to just be a blob at the end. I really want to emphasize that razor shape. So, okay, I think. All right, I think that's good. I'm just gonna take the form and kind of place it down, making sure it's straight for one. And I feel like I definitely used too much at the cuticle, so we're gonna scrape this up. It is okay if you use too much. We just want to make sure we get everything up and it's not touching the skin before we cure. I also want to make sure it's like pressed down enough on my nail, but I'm gonna carefully smooth out the bottom. All right, I think we like that. And so I'm just gonna flash cure this. I feel like my nails are too long for the flash cure, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cure it. Now, since I kind of know what to do, we're gonna do it again. Grabbing more gel. And we're just gonna do what we did before. Okay, this time I'm gonna try to work thinner towards the cuticle area and then drag the rest of the product down the nail. Okay, I think I'm gonna need some more. And we gonna need a little bit more. So if you guys are new here, this is the Patty Gel, which is my brand of polygel. And this color here is nude, and I pretty much formulated these to be a little thicker so they don't run all over the place when you're trying to pat them. So if you guys are interested, I will leave the links down below, but they're available on my website, longhairprettynails.com. Now this is a new shape here. I don't offer these, but I have a regular shape plastic forms and the base and top coat. And we also have different colors as well. So yeah, if you're into polygel, you might want to take a look. You might see something you like. All right, but I like the application on this one a whole lot better. As you can see, the cuticle area is nice and thin, and then majority of the product is in the center. And then I'm also kind of like not having the tip as thick either. It's definitely a balance, and it takes practice. No way around it. You really got to make sure when you're using these type of forms that you have enough product on the side, because if not, once you pop these off, the nails are gonna break. They are going to break. And then once I like the placement inside the form, I'm just gonna place it on the nail. Okay, as y'all can see, this time we didn't have anything squeeze out around the cuticle. That means that amount was good. Still want enough for it to hold it, but it doesn't have to be a lot. And this is my crooked finger, so I really have to make sure the form is sitting straight and lining up with my knuckle, because if I place it the way my nail is, it's gonna be like it's gonna curve, and we don't want that, especially not for this razor shape where the shape is like really important. So we got that. Ooh, even the bottom look good. I think we good on this one. Oh yeah, that was the perfect amount of product. Ooh, okay, that was perfect. All right, let's go ahead and cure. All right, so while I was doing my nails, I was watching YouTube and this popped up on my feed. If some of y'all don't know who he is, that is Nuni Torres, and I used to be a fan of his a long time ago. But oh my God, I feel like it's crazy that this is just now being covered, because it's kind of been known for a long time that, he's allegedly a scammer. I had my own experience with him, but yeah.
They say he is a fraud. Perfect nails, perfect shape. I'm known for doing perfect everything. A reality show. Hundreds of thousands of followers on social media.
Every time he gets caught, it's something else.
He's a popular nail tech, Angel Torres. People spending hundreds of dollars to book appointments with him
Oh
or
my God.
take his online nail classes. He is
So yeah, I was just finishing up that video and I'm like, oh, So way back when, I forgot, I have to look it up on my channel, but I bought some acrylic from him. I think it was like 2015. You know, I paid I forgot the payment method. I don't know. I think it was like $40 or $50. And like back then that was, I mean, that's a lot of money. But for me back then, that was a lot of money. And months went by and he wouldn't ship anything. And I kept trying to like reach out to him via like messages, Instagram. I think I bought it through Instagram. That should have been the first sign. Yeah, I kept reaching out to him and was like, hey, you know, when are you gonna ship? When you gonna ship? And, you know, I was really shy and nervous and stuff before like in my earlier days. So I was really shy and I didn't want to like cause a scene, but it was my money on the line. So I mustered up the courage, and he had at the time he had a salon, or I think he was doing nails, and so his number was in his bio. So I remember I was at work on my lunch break and I was like, let me call him because it's been months and I don't have my stuff. And I think I sent it through like PayPal, friends and family. I don't know, it was something. So like I couldn't dispute the charges. But anyway, I ended up calling him on my lunch break and I'm like, hi, Noonie, my name is, you know, blah, blah, blah. I ordered, you know, at the time, my YouTube channel was nothing. So it didn't matter. But, you know, I told him who I was and that I ordered. I mean, I didn't mention that I do YouTube because like I said, it wasn't really much during that time. But, you know, I gave him my name and my order number and I was like, hey, I placed this order. Are you going to ship it out? And blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to ship it out. You know, thank you so much for ordering, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, towards the end of the call, I was like fangirling. I was like, I'm such a big fan of yours and I just love your work and I'm so excited to use the products. So I think me calling him is actually what got him to ship me my order. Like, so I ended up receiving mine, but that was the last time I ordered from him because I was like, ain't no way if I didn't call him. I worked in customer service, so I know that you catch more flies with honey. I was being nice. I was being very nice. I eventually got my things, but now I'm seeing like all these years later that he is still like with the shenanigans. Is crazy. I couldn't imagine taking people money and not shipping out stuff and then constantly posting about, hey, order more stuff for me. But what are y'all thoughts on it? And have y'all ever ordered anything from Noonie Torres? All right, all of the forms are on. This shape is killer, okay? And yes, it was way less time than the last time I did this shape. All right, so now I might need some tweezers. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna have to pry it. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and get these off. All right, so now taking some more alcohol. The top is smooth, obviously, but the bottom ain't. It's sticky. So we're gonna go ahead and wipe that. And just kind of give the top a wipe. All right, and now we're gonna do our shaping and filing. All right, so now it is time to paint. I kind of want to do like some abstract. All right, so I'm gonna start with the pinky. Like I'm kind of like drying my brush off a little bit where it's not completely loaded, and I just want to like smear it. I wonder if that's gonna come out right. But anyway, we do that, and then flash cure. I'm going to do it again to intensify the color, but I kind of want it to look, you know, what's the word? Abstract. All right, so we got that. I'm gonna take a different color and smear that on. It's gonna take forever because all the flash curing. Just kind of go over it. Flash cure that. And then I want to do like another kind of think I want to add a little yellow. Oh, I think she did. Where's my other one? Okay. And I'm just gonna do this little kind of abstract on all of the nails. Oh, I like it when it's like sparse like that. I like it when the nails kind of just, you know, the art kind of just comes together organically. Okay, the key to this is to not have a lot on your brush. Almost like a beautiful graffiti. All right, we got all of the abstract slather gel polish on. All right, so now I want to use the gold alcohol ink. I want to try something. Let's see. I don't really know what I want to do. Let's get a whole bunch on there. And then I'm going to use some acetone and see if we can make something. Okay, it doesn't look like it's spreading like the ink. Okay, I just got to use more acetone. Okay, but yeah, I kind of wanted to get this like gold effect on it. Get out of the way. Ooh, okay. See, it kind of gives it like a, I don't know what the word I'm trying to say, but that is cute. Oh, okay. I think I like that. Just gonna put some in random areas. Okay, I think I needed to spread it out on this one because I went a little ham with all of the, you know, the painting on this one. The other nails are a little more sparse, so it kind of gives a better effect. Okay, I think I'm gonna continue doing that. So just adding some random gold in places. Oh, this reminds me of like art class when they're just like, you know, just do an abstract. That was my favorite actually. I just felt like you didn't have to be too perfect, but then in the end, it kind of came out to be something. Like, I know it started looking crazy when I first did it, but I don't know. I'm kind of seeing the vision now. Yes, I'm definitely seeing the vision. Ooh, okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue plopping this gold on. All right, this is what they're looking like. This looks like a painting, okay? So I just feel like it needs a little something. So I'm gonna go in with this white gel liner. It's not from Shein, don't shoot me, okay? But it needs a little something. All right, and then we're just gonna add a little bit of white stripes. Ooh, I want to try to keep them thin too. Let's go ahead and quickly flash cure and do the same thing. Just small thin lines. All right. Y'all see the vision. All right, I had all of these gel polish open. Let's go ahead and make sure we close them. This is what the nails are looking like. All right, so next I'm gonna go in with the top coat and we're just gonna seal all of this in. All right, I was just checking my brush to make sure the gold isn't bleeding, but just making sure to top coat everything. You know, this shape doesn't look too crazy. Now, I do have some dual forms of some really crazy shapes, so I may do those next. All right, and of course, we gotta do some bling. I'm not sure when, but I'm sure I got these from Shein. So I just picked out 5 of the biggest ones because I don't want to cover up too much of the nail design. I just, you know, I want a little something, you know how I do. Of course, we're gonna use the McCart rhinestone glue. And then placing it right there. Oh yeah, I wanted to make sure it had a nice little glob to sit in because I don't want this to pop off. And then we flash cure. Oh yeah. Just what I needed. And I'm just gonna do that one little crystal by the cuticle on all the nails. Just sit on in there. And of course, we do not want any on our skin. All right, and here is the finished look. These turned out really good, I must say. I know some of y'all are probably like, what are you doing? Slapping all that gel on. But I like the abstractness of it. Really cute. And then of course, when you add the gold and the accents and the stones. So yeah, this shape is cute. You know, it's not too crazy. It's, you know, it's kind of like a stiletto on top until you turn it to the side. You're like, oh, okay. All right, Shein, you came through once again. All right, so I thought I would show you guys with the lights out because I feel like that's where you get the most of the opalescence. I know it would look a little iffy at first, but I really like how this turned out. These aren't going to be on long, but it's cool that you can get this shape without having to put in hours and hours. Let me see if you can. Okay, when I tilt them to the side like that. And of course, I had to come outside so you guys can see it in the daylight. But yeah, I think these turned out cute. And that shape, y'all, it's crazy, but I think I like it. So would y'all wear these? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more, check out these, and I will talk to you in the next one. Peace.
This is the outro to the Long Hair Pretty Nail Show. Yeah.